I'm Brian Thomas. Great to have you with us today. South Korea has accused the North of blowing up a joint liaison office near the border between those two countries. The office, seen here when it was opened in 2018, handles inter-Korean relations. It's situated in the town of Kaesong, that's just north of the border. The explosion comes as tensions between the two sides escalate over a leafleting campaign. Pyongyang is furious at Seoul's failure to stop activists from airdropping propaganda over the border into the north. Okay, let's get up to date on this breaking news story from correspondent Frank Smith joining us from South Korea's capital, Seoul. Good day to you, Frank. What's the latest? What caused this incident?
Well, this is really an escalation of what had been kind of an ongoing campaign from North Korea to protest against the leafleting that you mentioned, the flying of balloons across the border by a couple of NGOs, one led by Park Sung-hak, who I interviewed recently, and one led by Park Jung-ho, his brother, who sends North Korea rice in bottles by the ocean currents periodically. These two activists, North Korean defectors, routinely do this to get the message to North Koreans that they would like to see them rise up against what they see as a corrupt Kim dynasty in North Korea. Of course, this has infuriated the North, with Kim Yo-jong, leader Kim Jong-un's brother, issuing this statement just on Saturday night. She says, before long, a tragic scene of the useless North-South Joint Liaison Office completely collapsed would be seen. So we did have some warning that this explosion would take place.
So all of this, the pushing, the tensions, we've seen rising over the past few days.
Yes, that's correct. And it's not likely to die down soon. As I mentioned, I spoke with the leaders of these two NGOs, Park Sung-hak and Park Jung-ho. Both of them say they're going to continue with their campaigns, despite the efforts of the South Korean government to prevent them, with police trying to block their roads to their access points to fly these leaflets and rice and messages into North Korea. So it's possible we could see an escalation of tension here on the Korean Peninsula.
Some of the latest threats that we've been seeing from North Korea have been attributed to Kim Yo-jong. She's the sister of North Korean leader, of course, Kim Jong-un. What do you make of that?
Well, that's very correct. It is important to take a look at this. It's kind of the rise of Kim Yo-jong. If we remember just a month or two ago, when the rumors about Kim Jong-un's grave illness and possible death had come out that proved to be false, actually we were talking about who might be the next leader of North Korea. And of course, Kim Yo-jong was front and center. I interviewed experts here in the South Korean capital at that time, and they said, if we see propaganda out of North Korea praising Kim Yo-jong, putting her forward as a spokesperson of North Korea, then the game for the throne would be over, and Kim Yo-jong would be the presumptive heir to the leadership of North Korea. And that's very possible that we're seeing now.
Frank, so thanks so very much for that from Seoul today, South Korea.